NFL Uncovered on YouTube. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I am a Dynasty Football Key, and I've got at Chev90 on X with me. How you doing, Chev?
Man, if I was any better, I would be twins. So I'm ready to get after it.
I wanted to show everybody this Dane Brugler updated top 100 list. So, hey, if you know anything, Dane Brugler is the guy. He's super tapped into the NFL. Sometimes he's got some insider secrets that he might let us in on. But, dude, this class sounds like it's pretty deep. A lot of guys are going to be in the second round, might even actually be first-round talents. So he's got Travis Hunter as his number one guy, followed by Abdul Carter. Everybody shoves the Titans guy for us here on the Uncovered. So these are a couple guys you're going to be looking at. Jalen Walker at 3. How you feeling?
So, all right, let's not make it more complicated than what it is. We're talking about a generational talent. Like Abdul Carter could be really, really, really good, and I throw no shade at that. He was a good stand-up linebacker. He's an outstanding edge rusher, but there's only one answer for me, and it's Travis Hunter. That's it. Like, full stop. We're not taking a quarterback. Take Travis Hunter. And for the record, I would prefer to take Travis Hunter over the quarterback.
Yeah, and that's Titans with a big need at quarterback. So best player available is usually always the smart move in hindsight.
I mean, it's like you jam in a Cam Ward, or if somebody, if they big brain it and take Shedeur Sanders, and then like you don't have the requisite talent around a guy like that to make it tenable, to make it viable. And so, like, what are we
those
doing?
names? Yeah, Cam Ward, they've got a 15 here. And I don't even know if it's worth continuing to scroll to find where he's got Shedeur Sanders. Okay, he's got him at 25. So you'd be passing up on top 2 guys versus, just to get a quarterback. And we're going to get into this mock draft, but like, think about the Will Levis thing. It's like, sure, you guys needed a human body at quarterback, but do you really think there wasn't other talent available that you could have had instead of that Levis pick?
I mean, so we took Levis the 34th pick, so second pick of the second round. And at the time, I mean, I've never been a Levis guy. Like, I talked myself into it because, that's what you do to not feel pain about how bad your team's about to be. But I personally have never been a Levis fan. So when he came out of the gate strong, I was like, okay, there might be something here. And then when he fell on his face last year, I was like, well, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. So fantastic. Good. Now we can go draft a quarterback, which I was fine with when we had the number, like when we were going to be around the 5th pick. I was cool with that. But then when Travis Hunter became available, I was like, there's only one answer, and it's Travis Hunter. So I'm thinking Mike Borgonzi might be on the same page with me.
Yeah. So here's the draft order. And I had just showed the top 32 from that Dane Brugler top 100 list. And we're going to get into this mock draft. But only change from my last video is these bottom 2 picks. Chiefs didn't end up getting it done. So Philly's going to have the final pick. And so we're going to go ahead and jump into this thing. And I think you're on the clock. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Seb's back on the clock.
So let's go against everything I just said and give me Abdul Carter.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Yeah. Give me Travis Hunter. Stop. Don't play with my name like that. I have a brand, and it's Travis Hunter 101.
All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
So
we're going to do 2 rounds, everybody, and we're going to pick for all the teams here. So, we'll alternate this. This will be a little bit easier than last time. We'll just go back and forth with it. So
that works for me. I mean, I know you're not going to want to pick the Giants, so go ahead and take. Yeah, that works out perfect.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah. All right. So start the draft, and we've got Abdul Carter / I got you.
Yeah. Like, don't stop. Don't play.
That's what you get. So we're going. So really, these teams are QB needy. I know last time I took Abdul Carter for the Browns because the Myles Garrett noise was coming out there that he's seeking a trade. Right now, it just makes so much sense to take this guy. There are some quarterbacks available that you could take a look at. Don't force it. I hate to see it happen again where these quarterbacks are sliding. I'm going to take Abdul Carter for the Browns. Just get your replacement for Myles Garrett, one of the best players in this draft class.
So that makes sense, right? It makes sense. And even here's the thing. I don't think Myles Garrett has any leverage in 2025. Now, they could really royally piss him off, and he could just refuse to sign his franchise tender for 2026 because I don't think he has any more guaranteed money left on his contract beyond this year. I would have to fact check that. I heard that on Pat McAfee, if I'm not mistaken. So he doesn't have any. So you would at least get 1 year where your new pass rusher gets to learn from your Hall of Fame pass rusher. And even if he's not willing to mentor, you could just watch a guy like that. Now, Abdul
Oh
Carter
yeah.
has all the tools, so I love that.
All right.
Absolutely love
So
that.
how you feeling at the third pick with the Giants?
That's Cam Ward. It's easy. Easy money.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Lock in the pick. They're happy they didn't have to trade up. I was looking at the Joel Klatt mock draft this morning. He had the Giants trading up with the Tennessee Titans. So if you didn't get a chance to see that one, Chev, go ahead and check that one out.
Yeah, send that my way.
Tell us
told
about the trade you did.
Yeah, so I was on here pilling around before the show started, and I did a trade with the Giants and the Titans where I took the first pick and I traded it to the Giants for the 34th overall pick, which would be their second round pick, their third round pick, which was 65, and I gave them the 101 and pick 141, which is, I believe, the fifth round pick that we have. Let me see. Oh, I don't think we can. Can we go back? Or I don't think
No,
we can
you
go back.
can't go back on these, but I remember you got the pick 34, so that second round pick, which could be super valuable. I think
It's going to be super
that's going to be
valuable
a
for a
player
team
that
that's
has a
bad.
potential first round grade type of a player, especially if someone slips or falls, and it gives you a little ability to trade back up into the first round, and then you also got that third round pick as well. So you
Right,
got
which we
the
don't
trade
have a
back.
third round pick.
You went from 1 to the third spot, got that 34th pick, and then you got the third pick. The third round pick as well. So I mean
Right.
it's not too crazy of a trade. It still seems kind of fair to get your guy and not let someone else. If you're the Giants, not to let someone else go up and get your quarterback. Because if there's one guy you want at QB, then you want to go get him and not just guess and see what happens at pick 2. So I think
Right.
that's a win-win for you guys because then you're not forced to pass on the value of the quarterback, and you're getting kind of an absolute steal because you get 2 of the top 2 generational type talents in this class.
Right. So on top of that, the Titans we currently don't have a third round pick. So we would have pick 34 and 35 and then a third round pick. So we have 2 picks in the top 35 and a third round pick now, which we currently do not have. So then you could package those things up and move back into potentially like the back end of the first, right?
Yeah.
And get somebody else that you think is gonna contribute early on. Or I mean, you're banking on your first round picks being at least solid starters for you. So I was pretty excited about that. I didn't think that the machine would accept it, but it did. So I was pretty excited about it.
No, I really like that, man. And just to be clear, that they looks like looks like they like his trade that Joel Klatt did. Is kind of similar. So you can make that's a move that should be realistic. We haven't done any trades in these yet. We might mess around with some of those in the future. So my pick here was for the Patriots. I'm gonna pass on this wide receiver. I'm gonna go guard. Going to go ahead and get Will Campbell, protect the quarterback, the young quarterback of the future, Drake May. And, in year 2, I don't really want to give him a rookie wide receiver. At this point, let's take a step forward, Drake May. Let me get you a T. Higgins or a Chris Godwin or something like that. Get you a veteran to throw the ball to. Same thing they did for Bryce Young. Get a veteran that he can just get some easy targets to build that confidence and also make sure he gets protected. So we're going Will Campbell, tackle out of LSU. How about you for this 5th pick for, I believe, your rival Jags?
Yeah, I'm torn between. I know the last one. I think I went with Will Johnson. If I'm not mistaken. I think that I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Will Johnson again here. I'm gonna go Will Johnson again.
All right.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, cornerback out of Michigan. Got some champion pedigree there.
So I mean, he's one of the most toolsy guys in the draft in terms of his ability to play like press man coverage, to take the ball away. In most drafts that don't have Travis Hunter in them, he would be the number 1 player in the draft. Number 1 corner, excuse me. So I think that that's a tremendous get for them. I hate it so much, but we got the best corner in the draft, so I'm okay with it.
All right. I like the move. Okay, so I think See, Biggs, when you're not on the show, I might be liable to go Shedeur Sanders here.
Yeah. Hey.
uh, he would be so mad. But because we have a Raider fan speaking for Raider Nation, he's saying don't go with Shedeur Sanders here. So we got
Yeah.
someone a part of this network that says don't go Raiders. But if you want to pick for your team, go ahead and hit up on Twitter at Big Boned FFB, and you can be part of the draft team here with NFL underscore uncovered. Let me know if I got that right. Maybe it's uncovered underscore NFL. And I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna go ahead and do that.
No, do
These
it.
guys.
No, do it. Do it. Do it.
I just don't want them to fall so far. But
I mean, here's the thing: either he's going to get top 5 draft capital, or he's going to slide like Aaron Rodgers did.
Sorry, Biggs. We're going Sanders here.
Yes.
We're doing it. We're doing you.
Love
Well,
that.
at the end of the day, I did mention that Joel Clash show. Like, it just happened to be one of the recent mocks from today, and he loves Sanders. That's his QB1 here. When I watched him, I like the clutch gene that he had. We'll see what translates to the NFL. But for the Joel Klatt show, the main kind of thing that we aren't able to see is what he looks like with a good offensive line. Now, I'm not saying that the Raiders have a good offensive line, but the NFL caliber players around him are going to be much better than what he's had when he, transferred from Jackson State to Colorado. They just didn't have much. He was able to get Hunter to come along with him. He was able to get his brother to come along with him, but really it's 2 years. They still didn't have a great line or anything like that. So we'll see what he can do with talent of Brock Bowers and some of the guys around him. It's honestly very hard to see Sanders falling in real life super far. So I was going to say the Jets might be that next pick. But after that, it's basically Saints or bust, I think, for him just doing a free fall. And that's what ended up happening in our last mock.
Right. I mean, he ended up going to the Browns at the beginning of the second round. And I don't love to see that. I've been a pretty big Shedeur apologist. I thought going into the year that he was going to be the number 1 quarterback, and then Cam Ward was like, "Not so fast, my friend." However, I personally, I think that he has all the tools to be a successful NFL quarterback. I don't understand this Jackson Dart nonsense. I've watched him play football this year. I watched Shedeur Sanders play football this year. Is he a clean, perfect prospect? No. Does he have all of the physical tools of a guy like Josh Allen, or can he run like Lamar, or does he have a rocket, and incredible mobility and sense of the pocket like Patrick Mahomes? No. But I think he's going to be a plus level NFL starter. And if you surround him with talent, I mean, the cupboard's not bare over there. Do they need a running back? Sure. Do they need to shore up the offensive line a little bit? Sure. But I think that he could be a contributor at the quarterback position for a very long time because he's gotten to be around pros his entire life. And that makes a difference. I mean, you see how Patrick Mahomes is made up. His dad played professional baseball. You see how some of these guys who've been in locker rooms kind of know how to manage that locker room and know how to communicate. And that's one of the things that is most important for a quarterback. And I don't think that Shedeur is going to struggle in that aspect in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, what happened to the conversation around the intangibles? In a lot of drafts of past, I would hear a lot of that. And I think Shedeur's got all of those intangibles, that leadership, the confidence. Yeah, that's not going to be lacking. And I don't think he'll get rattled, even if there's some early losses in his rookie year. So you're on the clock with the Jets. We got the Aaron Rodgers situation. They got Aaron Glenn as the new head coach there. Sounds like they're going to be parting ways. So they're actually QB needy here. But how you feeling?
I mean, I took Mason Graham last time to pair up with Quinnen Williams. Yeah, Quinnen Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the way. It's either him or Malachi Starks here. I'm gonna go with Malachi Starks here because they're gonna lose DJ Reed in free agency. They're gonna lose another player in the secondary, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna go with Malachi Starks. I think he's a day 1 starter. He is a guy that can play the ball in the air, and he can come up and tackle very well. And I think that's going to be important to start to set that culture for Aaron Glenn's defense.
Sweet. All right. We got you locked in here, and hard to go wrong with someone from Georgia there. And then we got the Panthers. This is one where it's just a team where in a rebuild you got to go BPA. So I'm going to go Mason Graham here. I
Yeah.
think,
And that's a crazy pairing too, because they got Derrick Brown.
yeah. And he ended the season injured, so they'll hopefully get him back healthy. He got injured early in
He
the
got
season, so
hurt
he'll definitely
early.
be. Yeah, he'll
And
be
then
back.
that defense was the worst run defense in the history of mankind. So
Yeah, so
I
he'll be
think,
back healthy. That'd be a nice duo there, and he can learn from someone that's really good, basically the defensive leader of the team in Derrick Brown. And so Mason Graham here. So how you feeling with the next pick? We've got the Saints, who just hired their coach officially right after the Super Bowl, Kellen Moore.
shout
He's
out to
known for
Kellen Moore.
He's known for high-powered offenses. Was on the Eagles, Chargers, and Cowboys before that.
Yeah.
Any that helps kind of get in the mind of the coaching. What direction do you think they might go? Got
I
Derek
think,
Carr and Olave coming back from injury.
yeah, I think that it's so I want to take BPA, which right now would be Ted McMillan. And I think though they're gonna go, if they have half of a brain, they're gonna go with someone that's a little more, that'll contribute more early, in my opinion, and start to build in the trenches. And I think they're gonna. I'll take James Pierce Jr. here.
Ooh, nice. All right, out of Tennessee. Let's
Yeah,
get it.
I play NCAA, and this dude is just about impossible to deal with on NCAA. And then I watched him this year at times just be. Sometimes he disappeared, which was weird, but he made some plays that made me think like, oh, okay, this is just a Sunday guy playing against some other, sometimes maybe Sunday guys, but this is for sure a Sunday guy that's going to be an impact player at the next level. So I saw him do everything that I want to see a D lineman do, an edge, quote unquote. I wanted to see an edge do. So yeah, give me James Pierce.
Sweet. And now I'm on the clock. Pick 10. We've got the Bears. My first instinct is find anybody to prevent Caleb Williams from getting sacked a league high again.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you, without even looking at it, that I said the same thing last time because it's just brutal, man. So you either go Josh Simmons, who couldn't finish the season due to health, so only 6 games played there, but really good player. I'm comfortable with Kelvin Banks Jr. here as well.
I knew it.
So I'm going to go with the healthy guy with a
I
little
knew
bit
it.
of momentum.
You said all that, and I was like, just take Kelvin Banks. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing.
Out of Texas, decent pass block grade, and that's what they're going to need him for. Just buy Caleb a little bit of time.
Just let's just keep Caleb from having to run for his life in between having to laser the ball down the field to people that aren't open. If we can do that, then we might be able to figure out what we have at the position.
Yeah, I'm just not comfortable with the receiver for these young quarterbacks. Give me, I'll give Tet if he's available to somebody who's got like more of a veteran QB. But how are you feeling with the Niners here at pick 11?
Pick 11. Last time I went Gray Zabel. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. They do need. Oh man, let's see here. So they need the Trent Williams heir apparent. But they also are going to need a couple of corners. Last time I took Gray Zabel, like I said, that may seem like a reach to some people, but what he did at the Senior Bowl really made the hair on the back of my neck stand up with the way that he was just shutting people down. I'm going to go. You're going to consider this a reach pre-combine. I'm going to go ahead and take Benjamin Morrison.
Okay, cornerback Notre Dame, Benjamin Morrison, and I will lock in the pick for you here. Boom.
Rookie. It's all about rookie talk in fantasy football right now. So why not go use all that knowledge to do something other than a mock draft? Chris Jimino won $8,000 with just 2 teams last year, and each draft took 5 minutes. That's pretty good ROI. You can start doing rookie drafts for money today on Fast Draft. The Origins tournament is live. It is the place to go and monetize your knowledge of rookies and use your favorite player profiler host promo code for a $25 deposit match. Now let's go start drafting faster.
Cowboys on the clock. We're not going to spend as much time this time on these guys, but I'm not going to go Genty either, which is what we did last time. Switch it up. And, for me, I'm willing to go with another Senior Bowl guy, Mike Green here. A lot of the Cowboys Nation is really excited about this guy. I'm tempted to go tackle here. I think Cowboys love a injured guy that they can get on the discount, like a Josh Simmons. So I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna go Josh Simmons here.
Tell us about Josh Simmons pre-injury, because I feel like that was a name that was very buzzy going into this tackle class.
I've been telling you guys I'm a little nervous about later guys, and I do like a guy with some size. So it's hard to take too much away from being injured. It was prioritized by Ohio State championship team. Something's got to stick from that. Like, I think the guy has talent. Like, I can't really point to some recent production or anything like that, but I mean, he's filling
100%.
holes in lanes, and Cowboys were likely losing Zach Martin either this year or next. He's still contemplating retirement. So for me, it's coming down to him versus the other O lineman. And I've taken Mimbu in other spots a little bit later. Ever since you put me on to Zabel, I've been, seeing a lot of people mock him. I don't know if they're stealing your mocks, but I'm going with the guy kind of the most buzz behind him that I feel like the Cowboys might actually take.
Well, this is the thing too. With them hiring with you guys hiring Clayton Adams, you're getting fresh young blood in there. You've got Tyler or AJ Guyton from last year. You have our boy Tyler Smith, the
have Tyler Smith and Tyler Guyton. Yeah.
And I wanted to why did I call him AJ Guyton? Who is that guy? The basketball player. And then Cooper Beebe. So he's got.
And we just hired a coach that was Cooper Beebe's coach at Kansas State. Last week we just made that hire. So everything is leaning towards the run game. So it's basically like do everything you can to beef up this line, and then we'll find a running back later. But with that coming off of another injury, I want to protect him also. So that's why I'm just going with the tackle here. I don't like the injury, but this is a classic move for the Cowboys to go for someone who may have gone a little bit higher for whatever reason, but they're injured, so they're slipping a little bit. But I already said I would rather have Banks. It's just I sniped myself. All right, how are we feeling about the Dolphins here?
I went Walter Nolan last time.
Okay.
I think that I went Walter Nolan last time. I think that they have some issues to address as far as their interior defensive line. I know Jalen Phillips got hurt again, and I want to say Chubb did not play at all this year. So I'm really excited about Mike Green being available in this spot right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him. I mean, he was absolutely dominant at the Senior Bowl. That's another. I mean, him and Walter Nolan both were very dominant at the Senior Bowl. And so after getting into his film a little bit and seeing that this is just a guy that just can play the game. And there's another guy from Central Arkansas that won't be in this mock draft, but he's probably going to be an early day 3 pick. His name escapes me right now. I think that Mike Green is going to be my pick here just to shore up potentially getting younger on the edges with Chop Robinson and Mike Green now. So yeah, give me Mike Green.
Nice. All right. And I wonder if, when you have a new Super Bowl champ, you try to figure out how to beat them. And, you're going to have to get after the quarterback. You're going to have to stop Hurts, have bigger guys, maybe stop the tush push, maybe have some guys to stop Barkley from bouncing outside. All of those things are going to be coming into play when these guys are making their draft decisions. All right. So we got the Colts on the clock. And for the Colts,
there's just so many different directions. Like, they're just so talent void at so many different positions that I'm
gonna go Michael Williams. I'm gonna go Michael Williams here.
Yeah.
Get them another guy to just help on defense. Some of the times when you have these quarterbacks that are turnover prone, then you want to limit the other opposing offense as much as possible. I don't want to just throw weapons at him and hope he's going to win it with his arm. Help the other side of the ball. Help take some of the pressure off of him. Lean into Jonathan Taylor in the run game. It kind of makes sense to go lineman here as well, but I'm going to go with Michael Williams.
I like that. All
a lot. Falcons, 15.
Ooh, okay.
So the Michael Penix Jr. era begins now.
The Michael Penix Jr., the Captain Durag is in the building officially.
He's running the mock room. Yeah.
All right. So we got to go pass rusher here. That's probably one of their biggest weaknesses. So I'm gonna fit Walter Nolan. I'm gonna fit Walter Nolan there.
There we
It's
go.
between Walter Nolan and Shamar Stewart. So I'm gonna put Walter Nolan in Atlanta, not that far away from Ole Miss. So, let's go ahead and let's get him there.
All right. I'm going to stick with the Dirty Birds. We got the Cardinals on the clock. And
somebody's got to stop the slide for Ted McMillan. And I don't want it to be me.
Yeah, you're right. We've had so many years where there's a big cluster in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's totally fine if the slide goes like just into the 20s, because look, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. He's going to be the star of the show. I don't see when April comes that Ted McMillan's on the Cardinals. I don't see it.
No, I don't either. I agree. I 100% agree with you. I don't think that's the move at all. Not even a little bit. Not even if there's a fire. So,
all right. So I'm going to go get somebody that I think can help protect Kyler a little bit. And I'm going to take my guy, Gray Zabel.
My guy, Gray Zabel is crazy. I love it, though. I love it. I love the love that Gray Zabel gets. So now this is going to force my hand a bit. And I feel like the macho man here, unjustifiably placed in a position of rather not. So I'm going to go ahead and just assume that T. Higgins is no longer with the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm going to go ahead and draft his replacement in Ted McMillan. We're going to keep loading up weapons for Joe Burrow. We're just going to see what happens.
And this is what I was saying earlier. I want a rookie wide receiver to go with the veteran quarterback that can take off some of that learning curve, teach them, so it's not a rookie teaching a rookie. So I love that pick. We got the Seahawks at pick 18. And for the Seahawks, you're potentially losing a Tyler Lockett. We'll see. I think there's no reason for them to move on from DK Metcalf. I don't think that makes sense.
I don't think they can this year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can do whatever
trade,
you want.
but yeah.
Yeah, nothing
The cap makes sense. So I'm gonna go Armand Mimbu here. Get them a tackle. You invest a second round pick in Zach Charbonnet, and you've got Kenneth Walker. So let's help that run game, get Geno Smith protected. After seeing that game where they only had the lowest scoring game of the season, I think versus Rams, maybe it was one of the last few weeks of the year where it was like 6-3 and they barely won it. Like the defense is fine. I don't think the defense is the problem. Geno's not up long enough to be able to make a read, and they have the weapons and they have the running back. So I think they just need help protecting and giving them a little bit more time to make some throws.
There's a class of quarterbacks in the NFL. Geno, pre-Achilles, Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, all those guys are guys, in my opinion, that if you keep them clean, they can do some amazing things with the football in terms of distributing the football. The moment that it breaks down, then I 100%, these guys just melt and you can't get anything done. And I think that's the case. That's the case with our boy here. So I'm going to go ahead. I agree with you wholeheartedly is what I was trying to say. Like, yeah, get him a tackle, get him some help. Charles Cross and not Ike Ekwonu. That's the Carolina guy, but Charles Cross hasn't panned out. The other young guy that they drafted is a turnstile. So Armand Mimbu, despite some particularly not so great reps at the Senior Bowl, we're still locked in. Love that pick.
All right, so you got the Bucks. They made a playoff berth there. So what do they need to?
They need DBs and they need DBs and they need edge rushers. Yaya Diaby and the other guy, the giant human being that they sometimes drop into coverage. I can't remember his name for the life of me right now. They need guys on the edge that can contribute, and they need corners / DBs. So that being said, I'm going to create a fantasy mess and just assume that the best player available, the Bucks won't pass on, and just ruin all of our Bucky dreams. I'm going to put Ashton Genty on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right. So stopping the slide doesn't make it out of the teens, which most people would probably agree with. Somebody's got to take him. You're moving on from Rachaad White, most likely very soon. So now you have a backfield that pretty nasty.
Yes.
And currently they already have this kind of makeup. Like White was a guy that helped them win a Super Bowl, took over for Leonard Fournette in his rookie season. It's not a guy that can't do anything, but the point is they liked having that strong backfield. And with White leaving, next season, then I could totally see this happening. But this is
these are the types of things that
backfield.
happen. Yeah, these are the types of things that just ruin things for fantasy. And so,
Oh yeah.
I that's 100% what I just in my bones. I feel like that's what's going to happen to us.
Yeah. All right. So I like the pick. And for the Bucks, I do want to get a weapon. You've got Cortland Sutton and you got Marvin Mims. I definitely took a weapon last time we did this draft. I think I went Luther Burden or Mekabuka last time. I'm gonna go with Tyler Warren. Get them a tight end. Someone that can maybe help also block a little bit, but that's not really Warren's game. Point is, get him another weapon that can be used in a few different ways. And Sean Payton was the guy who had Taysom Hill and could use a weapon like this. So of all coaches, this is the coach I know can scheme Tyler Warren to basically his max potential.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. 100%.
All right, Steelers on the clock. Jackson Dart time?
Absolutely not. I never Jackson Dart, never in the first round, not even if there's a fire, not even, if I just no, absolutely not. So we're gonna go. We've tried the George Pickens as a number one experiment for as long as I can stand it. And you will not find a bigger George Pickens stand than me. But we need someone who is actually committed to the craft and improving. And I think that the consummate professional receiver, not the best, don't hear what I'm not saying, not the best receiver in the draft, the consummate professional in this draft is Emeka Egbuka. And I think that that's the Steelers' pick to restart the cycle that they'd like to have with receivers. We saw it with Deontay Johnson waiting his turn behind Juju and whoever. And then we saw the torch get passed from Deontay to George Pickens. And now with George Pickens in a contract year, they're going to go ahead and reload with Emeka Egbuka.
And this is the team that most drafts him in these mocks, apparently the Steelers. So dead on. We're going to lock in the pick. And now we're on to the Chargers. The Bolts here. Okay. Let's this is tough. I kind of want to go. I'm gonna go Luther Burden here. I just want to give him another weapon, but there's some talent here. I hate to pass on. I'm gonna go Luther Burden.
This is nasty business that we're getting into down in this territory.
Yeah, I hate to pass. I'm just like, the reason they couldn't get it done late was they just didn't have another option besides Lab McConkey. And if Ashton Genty was there, that's who I would have snapped up, because they do kind of have a run identity with the coaching there, but really they just don't have a second receiver you can count on. So let's just get a guy who has the ability to do some stuff after the catch. Potentially can get open, especially they get some good plays around him. But yeah, like let's not waste Justin Herbert's talents.
Right. 100. I mean, you already shored up the offensive line. You've done everything that you can to try to keep him up. Right now, let's start building out the skill positions. We know the MO for Jim Harbaugh, or is it? Yeah, it's Jim, right? Yeah, it's Jim.
Yeah.
Khakis. We know the MO for khakis. So he's gonna take a guy that can contribute, and that's gonna be able to contribute after he's built the trenches out. So I selfishly wanted to ruin everybody's day by taking Ashton Genty to the Buccaneers because I like pain. So yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So let's see. What do the Packers do here, man?
Well, they're going to move on from Jair Alexander, right? We know that. They need someone opposite. They need someone opposite of Rashawn Gary to rush the passer. I took Shamar Stewart last time. I'm going to go a little bit further out. They also need, according to Josh Jacobs, they need a true number one receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they're pretty built up in the trenches. I mean, their front seven is going to be pretty nasty. So I'm going to take Jahdae Barron, the corner out of Texas.
Nice. All right.
That's one of your boys.
Yeah. I did a little film session on him. Take him. I like it. Congrats. Let's go. Yeah, he can ball out. He was always in the right place at the right time, I felt like. All right, so Vikings here, moving on, new quarterback, new era. I would like to protect the quarterback. The injury was in, practice or whatever. It's not really related to that. I just know rookie year, I want him to be protected. He's got all the weapons he could really handle. Like they're saying, running back here, I can see it with Aaron Jones leaving, and you kind of want an option, but I think we get our running back later. So let me just make sure I'm not missing on some tackle / line help. Yeah, I think we're just going to take this guy here. Not going to wait. Get this Josh Cornley Jr. And just give another body there to protect J.J. McCarthy. Not going to be able to find this later and have this guy grow with him. So C.J. Stroud and the Texans are on the clock. Can they go to the playoffs 3 years in a row? Let's see. What are you going to do to help them get there?
Oh, this is a tough one. They have to shore up their interior offensive line. They have to shore up the interior defensive line. They need a weapon now that Tank Dell is going to miss all of 2024. There's a bunch of different directions you could go with. You could go with this pick. I took Matthew Golden here last time. I just think that they're going to try to get tougher in the trenches. So I'm looking at Kenneth Grant really hard here. And I'm also looking at a guy like Tyler Booker, the guard from Alabama. I think that they're gonna have to do something. Kenyon Green, their left guard last year will not be it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Tyler Booker, the guard out of Alabama.
All right, Tyler Booker. Yeah, these guards are getting snapped up. That's what I'm telling you. You gotta get them while you can.
Yeah, guards becoming guard. It sounds crazy, but I feel like they've got to do something to get, they've got to do something to keep CJ Stroud comfortable in the pocket and not screaming and running for his life all the time.
Yeah, that first year, he had a lot of help, and they just got to get back to what was working that first year. Get him protected, give him some time. Yeah, it'll be nice when Nico Collins healthy. And they're gonna have to do something at receiver. They were picking up Deontay Johnson or something late in the season. They were getting desperate.
That was hilarious.
We'll get back to them in the second round, but they better be trying to give T. Higgins the bag. We got the Rams here. News was Cooper Kupp is going to be traded, so keep that in mind. But you got an older Matt Stafford. I picked for them last time, and I did take a guard to try to keep Stafford protected there. I like that thinking still. I'm going to just take a look. Because see if I need to replace Cooper Kupp, Matthew Golden. I mean, I'm curious what they do to replace Cooper Kupp, man. Shout out to Jordan Whittington out of Texas, who may be the wide receiver too there.
Wow, yeah,
but that would be rough, man. So we've got, I mean, these guys aren't going to be there later.
No. I mean, Ariante Ursary is one of my favorite. I watched. So some dude did a breakdown on TikTok where he did a cut up of all of Ariante Ursary's run and pass reps versus Abdul Carter, and it was like Godzilla and King Kong fighting each other. It was one of the most as somebody who played in the trend, it was one of the most fun things that I've seen, and I've been pretty keyed up on him. So I would be shocked if they're going to shore up the trenches. I mean, their D line is automatic, just all of a sudden out of nowhere, one of the best in the league again. So, I don't really know what else to.
Yeah, man. So Rams taking Ariante Ursary, and the Ravens, they've taken a lot of first-round wide receivers because they can't attract anyone in free agency because they want their stats. Right. So do they go receiver again, or do they have the formula with Zay Flowers and company there? What are you going to do with this pick?
Well, I think that they're going to have to address their edge situation. Kyle Van Noy is like 50 years old at this point, and as much as Odafe Owe is a freak athlete, I don't think he can actually play the position very well. I think he's super athletic. So I'm gonna go with Shamar Stewart.
Okay, there we go.
BPA. Yeah,
classic Ravens move.
Yeah, just how is this guy? Does he play really hard? Does he have like freakish tools that just he put on tape and everybody just kind of ignores it because maybe he didn't test the best? I mean, run defense grade there. You see it. I mean, 88.2. he's not a great pass rusher, but how many Ravens edge rushers are phenomenal pass rushers? Like you get one every now and then. Terrell Suggs, looked like the thing and could do both. So, I mean, yeah, I think that's going to be a no-brainer if he's available.
And help me out with this next pick. Do the Detroit Lions at pick 28 keep a guy in his hometown who was a former teammate, I believe, of Aiden Hutchinson and Kenneth Grant, or do they go with the champion Jack Sawyer?
I think they go with Jack Sawyer because they've already got a ton of money invested into the defensive tackle position already. Lee McNeil got a $90 million contract. They've still got Levi Onwuzururu. I can't finish his last name for the life of me. But Levi O as the other defensive tackle, and they have a rotation of big, physical, nasty, glass-eating dudes at defensive tackle that keep you from running the football. So, unfortunately, the slide is going to continue for Kenneth Grant.
All right. Locking in Jack Sawyer here. I think we took Jack Sawyer for the Lions last time.
Sure did.
So,
Biggs took him. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, Washington Commanders on the clock. The story of the season, basically. He got the play of the year with that Hail Mary, and he got offensive rookie of the year. No receivers. This is not my pick, so I'm gonna let you go from here. How you feeling? What do we do to just make it to where they can make it back into the postseason again?
This is an easy one, bud. This is too easy. Matthew, yeah, push the button, hit the button, hit it.
Right.
Yes, that's easy.
All right, another weapon. McLaurin not only is the only weapon, he's getting older. He came into the league older, so he just doesn't have as much time left.
Right.
Probably has
he was on his Cooper Cup arc when he came in.
Yeah. All right. So another weapon there. No one's going to be mad about that. This is about what to do to make Jaden Daniels better. The coach is a defensive-minded coach, so that totally makes sense that he already is shoring up the defense, brought a lot of guys with him from the Cowboys. I'm sure he can work some more of that free agent magic and then just get some more weapons for this guy, Jaden Daniels, while you can, because you're not guaranteed any of these free agent guys, but make sure to get him something other than insert player name Brown as wide receiver 235. How many Browns do they have? You know what I mean?
Right.
How many Brown? I can't even. Noah Brown. Yeah.
Noah Brown, De'Ami Brown, Olamide Zaccheaus. None of this sparks joy as your wide receiver too.
All right. So for the Bills, I'll go Kenny Grant. Let's lock that in.
Yeah, I mean they were one of the worst run defenses in the NFL, and from a fantasy perspective, which also kind of translates to the NFL. And this is a freak athlete, and I think that he changes the trajectory of their run defense day one.
Boom. All right. So with the next pick, who are we gonna take here for the Chiefs? Second place Chiefs here, and let's factor in some stuff that we learned from the Super Bowl, right? They were basically shut out in that game. We all know how garbage time works. That end score is irrelevant. They couldn't do anything. They had 3 rush yards in the first half. They only had 1 first down in that first half, I believe. So really rough. They're going to go back to the drawing board. Hopefully be more motivated. Hopefully not too motivated for my team, but how you feeling? How you feeling about the Chiefs here?
Well, so they're facing some losses up front. Oh, I almost dropped my phone. They're facing some losses up front in free agency. I know Trey Smith's a free agent, the guard, the all-world guard that they have, and I think that they're going to have to address that. I don't really. They're in this range. There's not a ton. I think I mocked TJ Sanders to them last time. So let's see what's available from the interior offensive line and tackle perspective here, and then we'll make a decision.
Let's take a look at this. We got Donovan Jackson, Cameron Williams, Ozzie Trapilo, Wyatt Milam.
I mean, they got to do something. They've got to replace Donovan Smith too. Whoever their right tackle was this year, he was piss poor also. So I don't.
They were able to stop. I don't know, man. They just could not get anything going in the run game. Is there any reason to go running back?
Yes, listen. I thought about just being the fantasy reaper again, and I thought about doing it. I really I'm strongly considering doing it, but I was going to give them a running back in round 2. Give me all right. Give me Cameron Williams right here, and then when we get back to these guys, I'm pretty sure I'm going to take a running back next time.
All right. Another one out of Texas. He had a little bit of a fall in his value here, but still a guy that has some size, 335, 6'5". So fill that hole. make sure no one gets through to Mahomes because Mahomes is getting blown up. So that drive with the back-to-back sacks followed by a pick six or whatever it was,
Right.
whew, that was brutal.
It's wild to see. It's wild to see him look human, and just
couldn't
yeah,
do
it's wild to
anything.
see him.
Look, let's not hate on him too much, but man, that was rough. So, Eagles here, new NFL champions, stop the dynasty, and they draft very well. I think when it comes down to it, they're going to go BPA. I can see them potentially making a trade here.
If we were making trades, I would say that they trade back, but
yeah, exactly.
I'm going to say they take Tyleik Williams because they're losing Milton Williams, I believe it is, in free agency.
Yeah, and neither one of us is a fan of Nick Scotton, so
no.
But this is supposed to be my pick. This is supposed to be my pick, but I'm going to say I am. Yeah, I'm taking Tyleik Williams though.
Yeah, I was like, I thought for sure that you weren't gonna do an Eagles pick. That's why I was like, okay,
it's fine.
Okay.
We're moving on. Second round, the Browns are back on the clock, and round one, just so you guys know, they took Abdul Carter, and they've done some kind of trade now that they've got the first pick. I think
we traded that pick a couple of years ago.
Okay, so y'all have swapped here. I see it there.
Yeah.
Actually, all of the first three are scrambled.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm not gonna. I mean, I can see them taking a dart here. That's a classic Tennessee Titans move they did with the Will Levis there, right? Just to have a guy. Maybe you get Sam Darnold to go there. If you remember in that draft, the Browns took Baker Mayfield instead of Sam Darnold. Darnold went number 2 to the Jets, so maybe they get Darnold back in the fold there. Oof,
that's tough.
I'm gonna like. I think you might even would have to take a shot at quarterback at some point, but
I don't think they're gonna.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna more than likely replace Nick Chubb here. I just want to see.
Yep, I've been staring at that. Like, there it is. Is he gonna do it?
Yeah, I am just double checking. They've got a great cornerback, obviously, shutdown guy there. So I think the defense is good. So we'll go Marion Hampton for the Browns. New era. Chubb's gonna be gone, and so now you got a run game, a defensive game, keep the scores low, run the clock, and hopefully you can eke out some wins there as you find your next quarterback. And then we got the Giants on the clock. Oh, that was actually supposed to be your pick. My that Browns one. Whoops.
Well, I was like, well, I guess I'm a little thrown off. It's all good though.
You're going back to back now.
We did the thing. Yeah, we did the thing, and I'm good with that. You took Marion Hampton, which is what I would have done with that pick anyway, so we're good. I think here, so we went with the Giants first. Who do we take in the first round here?
Round one, you've got Cam Ward. So quarterback is
easy money here. Give me Colston Loveland.
All right. So their tight end they drafted last year did not finish the season. He did have like the highest RAS score of any tight end, maybe number 2 all time in Theo Johnson. So you have no more faith in Theo Johnson, you're saying? He couldn't finish the season.
That the difference between Theo Johnson and Colston Loveland as football players is a vast chasm, like Mariana Trench deep.
All right. Yeah. Loveland has all of the know-how. Theo had all of the physical ability. And I'm not saying Loveland doesn't have the physical ability. I'm just saying Theo did not have any of the know-how. He was still kind of learning the position. So.
Yeah, he's learning. The thing that we all know about Colston Loveland is that if given meaningful targets, then he's going to produce.
Boom. Well, look who it is. Titans back on the clock. Round one.
Look who it is. We need an edge
Travis
rusher.
Hunter.
And we need an edge rusher really bad. So, do I take Nick Scotton here? Do I want to take Nick Scotton here? Can I bring myself to take Nick Scotton here? Pull up the offensive tackles, please. Let's see here.
We got Donovan Jackson, Ozzie Trapilo, Wyatt Milam, same group from before.
Yeah, they hadn't changed. Yep. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. All right. Oh,
but I would not call it a reach in the second round here.
No. I don't think.
I think you got to go for I feel like my first 2 picks, I do want them to be able to contribute. It doesn't always happen, but hopefully year one you can get something out of them.
All right. I don't like this at all. Okay. Give me Nick Scorton then. Give me Nick Scorton. I'll take Nick Scorton.
All right.
I think maybe Will Campbell is just a first ballot Hall of Fame type of talent, and that I can just wash that out of my mind.
All right, so you guys went heavy on defense, and just so you know what it looks like, you've got Tennessee Titans here: Travis Hunter, Nick Scorton. Welcome to the squad.
Yeah.
All right,
so,
there we go. Hopefully, you're feeling good about that. And
now, best player available twice.
Yeah, so keep the score low potentially. We'll see if Levis can keep the turnovers low.
We're gonna go get. Listen, I'm telling you right now, they're gonna get all horned up about Aaron Rodgers being a free agent, and then we're gonna have to do like ayahuasca baths like before meetings and stuff, and it's just gonna get weird. So, you heard it here first.
All right, the Aaron Rodgers led Tennessee Titans. Here we come. 2025. Let's go. So Jags. Just a quick reminder: the last pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars here went Will Johnson, cornerback out of Michigan. I bet they wish they kept Ramsey. Hard to pay him though. Anyway,
yeah.
So they lost a lot of weapons. I've been wanting to check back at receiver to see what's left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with some of these guys, but they obviously hit big on Brian Thomas Jr. What's up?
How do you feel about Alec Iomanner?
He looked good. He's got some good games on tape.
He's got the size. Best game.
Yeah, versus Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, yeah.
Yeah, went off on him. I think that was just in like one half of that game.
Pretty much, yep.
So I just feel like they need some more options. Christian Kirk just can't stay healthy. Whether it's always something. He had like a groin surgery most recently, I think. Evan Ingram's getting a little bit older. I don't think I'll go tight end here for these guys. I want to get them something on offense to help, especially since we already went in defense. Let's check out the running backs. I'm gonna go Alec Iomanner. I think they would get wiped out at the position before it gets back to them.
Yeah,
and it's just not a destination I think is easy to get free agents to. So get them a guy. And there we go. So Raiders back on the clock. Who else does Biggs not like? Let's see. It's your pick. So go ahead.
All right, we're gonna give them some help in the secondary. I'm thinking, and it's gonna be. Yeah, I like Xavier Watts here. I like Siobhan Rebel, even though he tore his ACL. I mean, that guy was going to be a first round pick had he not. Oh, Jalen Walker's down there. I mean, I like a lot of these guys. I mean, Jalen Walker is kind of a hybrid. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the secondary. Go ahead and go. Is Siobhan Rebel? Is he about 5'11", 6 foot?
Yeah, last updated 6'3".
Yeah, I thought. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Smash. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll
Siobhan Rebel.
At worst, he's 6'1" after the combine.
Right. Yeah. Siobhan Rebel.
Yeah, and guys, we're gonna get another one of these after the combine. Combine is 2 weeks from tomorrow, so we're gonna get some official measurements from whoever participates in that, and we'll be right back with a mock after that. And we've got the Patriots on the clock, 38 here, and for these guys. They did already. I see running back is a need. They just extended Rondé Stevenson last season.
Right. They've got Gibson too. I don't understand why that's a need.
Yeah, kind of strange. You've got they've got the good corner they just took. So
you got Christian Gonzalez. You still got what's his face? I forget his name. He's always like 94 speed on Madden out of nowhere. They've still got the short corner, Marcus Jones, the slot corner.
Yeah, and I think my first pick was guard, so no tackle. Yeah, Will Campbell. So okay, let me just.
Would you go interior D line or receiver? I think, or linebacker.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm not ready. Man, if they're gonna have to get a free agent receiver.
They have to. Yes.
You just can't rely on these guys. I'm gonna just take a JT Sanders here.
Mm-hmm.
Get them a guy. Man, it's gonna be rough for the Patriots to be any good next season. God,
No, I don't think
tough.
they'll be better. They'll be better than Mike Vrabel manages a game
Yeah.
about as good as you can do it.
And
if
he'll
they can
like
just,
a defensive pick.
Yeah, if they can just keep people healthy, I think they would be in decent shape.
All right, so Bears, don't forget. I forgot this last time. They have 2 picks in the second round there's only 1 pick sandwiched in between them. And last time I messed up and took a running back at the first one, and I got wiped out somehow at the very next pick. Someone sniped me. So, but this is you here, so I'll be doing the sniping. Who you gonna take at 39?
I'm gonna go with Landon Jackson, the edge from Arkansas. Just progressively got better and better at the Senior Bowl. Maybe not a true pass rusher, but he has the tools to absolutely, have a really high ceiling outcome if he can figure out 1 or 2 moves to do as a 6'7" defensive end. I think the sky's the limit for a guy like that.
All right, be thinking of your next pick. Again, the Saints have new coach Kellen Moore. I don't think he's going to be trying to reach too hard on any of these positions. You do have Taysom Hill injured. Let's see if there's a guy I feel okay with here. Probably wait till next round at those positions. Okay. I think I'll go. Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with Trey Amos. Oh no! This is what got me last time.
I was like, do it.
He apparently inside sources say he got banged up a little bit at the Senior Bowl. So
why do you think I didn't take him? I remembered that.
All right, so I'm gonna go Demetrius Knight here.
Mm-hmm.
Go and then all right, Bears back in the clock. How you feeling?
This is
new coach as well. Ben Johnson.
Yeah, new coach Ben Johnson. I'm going to stop the slide for one of my guys that wasn't my guy, that's now my guy, and I just can't shake it. Give me Caleb Johnson.
Okay. Caleb Johnson, a running back out of Iowa, breaking tackles left and right.
Yeah,
Guy
true
looks pretty
junior.
good.
True junior, 12th in forced missed tackles. Just got a runway type of runner. So this, he could pair with DeAndre Swift to form like one of those dynamic duos. I think that he doesn't run like a physical bruising back. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. But his high end comps are really, really high. But it's just that he has very, very obvious physical limitations in terms of his agility profile and stuff.
All right. I like it. All right. So we'll go for the Jets. Basically new era for the Jets. Do want to double check that last pick. Malachi Starks, safety. You took for him. So this has been one of their identities is defense. Aaron Glenn, no difference there. So I think they're in good shape there. This is more of a rebuild. I can see them going with someone a little bit banged up. In Trey Amos, that is.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think who it'll be a bigger slide if I don't take him here for him. But I think I'll just go with the healthy guy, JT Tuimalau.
Mm-hmm.
And just beef that up. I'm not comfortable really taking any skill positions for these guys right now. So there we go. Niners on the clock.
And what did we take for the Niners the first time?
We got Benjamin Morrison, quarterback, Notre Dame.
Oh, easy money. All right, let's go to tackles. Yeah. Smash Donovan Jackson.
There we go. And the Cowboys are back on the clock. And first pick was Josh Simmons. And this is where I'm going to take the running back or the show just shuts down automatically. And for me, I'm going to go for, just a guy I thought had some breakaway speed with some size in Travion Henderson. I know Dylan Sampson's faster, but I have a little bit more confidence in Henderson. So
That's
I'm
a
gonna
steal.
go
That's a
with Henderson
steal.
here, pick 44.
Yeah, that's a steal.
All right. How about you for the Colts here? 45. Colt 45. What you got for us?
Xavier Watts.
Nice. Out of Notre
Yeah.
Dame, safety there. And okay, Walter Nolan went to the Falcons last time. And let me get Michael Penix Jr., you got to keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for these guys, still not really ready to go any of those receivers. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna go maybe with Princely. I think it's time for Princely.
Yeah, they've been hunting for an edge rusher for a long time.
All right, going with Princely. You, Edge, you. Let's go.
I like the fact that we both were like, nah, I don't have any intentions on trying to say edge back.
All right, Cardinals on the clock.
Give me. Let's stop the slide here, and we're gonna go with Trey Amos.
So they're going from Gray Zabel to Trey Amos. His names kind of sound similar, and good talent there. He's sliding just for no reason, really. He'll be fine this season. So hopefully he can ball out. And we'll go with the Dolphins here. Last pick, took Mike Green. It sounds like Tyreek Hill does want to come back after all. Who knows what really happens? You also had like a court announcement earlier today. We're not going to get into that. But we're looking for a tall player. That's all I got to say. So we're gonna just take Donovan Izuriku here, keep it moving. And then the Bengals, they took Seth McMillan in the last round, so they're already looking good at this point. Who you got for the Bengals? Defense
I'm gonna go
has to be your pick, right?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna go on the defensive side of the ball. I'm gonna take Jalen Walker.
All right, I feel like he's a steal.
Yeah.
Okay, so Seahawks back on the clock. Last round, they took Armand Mimbu, protect Geno. And this is where I will take I'm going to just take Jack Best here. Insert your favorite receiver. Get them a guy to replace Tyler Lockett. I don't know if they necessarily want a Tyler Lockett type. This is a new coach versus who drafted Lockett, obviously. Like maybe he wants to go different route here, but
yeah. So we're talking Clint Kubiak. Clint Kubiak's their new offensive coordinator. I think that this kind of signals, if they were to make this pick, this would signal that JSN is going to move fully into the Tyler Lockett role and just dominate over the middle and still be able to win vertically. So I love that. I love that pick if you go Jack Best here.
Yeah. And I'm forgetting between the two Iowa State guys. Yeah, this is the taller one. So what about
Jaden Higgins is the big fast outside or big strong outside X receiver prototype. Jalen Noel would be the slot.
So they would not want Noel here.
Right.
I think I'm gonna go Jaden Higgins for the Seahawks here.
Okay.
All right. Bucks. What you got?
And we meet again. I took Jahad Campbell in the first round last time. He's here in the second round now, so I'm going to take Jahad Campbell again.
Nice. There we go. And then the Broncos, I took Warren last round. So here, I'm going to get them a running back. Just lean into that offense. They had Defensive Player of the Year, so I'm not too worried about that. And Patrick Surtain second. So they could use a receiver also, but let's look at both actually. I think I'll go with Jack Best here. I mean, so you got Sutton who's out there already, but yeah, I'm gonna just go with Jack Best here. Get them another receiver. Now they'll have Tyler Warren and Jack Best to go with Cortland Sutton, who is aging. All right, yeah, I'm good with that. Take the running back in the next round or something like that. So Steelers back on the clock. Last round went with Emeka Ibuka. Great pick there. So, what route did they go here? Let's assume they got their quarterback figured out. How you feeling?
I'm going to go Omar Norman Lott, defensive tackle, Tennessee.
All right, here we go. And we'll keep rolling through the Colts. Last round took Luther Burden the third, so they've got receiver covered up, and I remember saying I do want to get them a running back here. I do want to double check on tight end. No, I will pass. I think they have a big need at tight end actually, unless Stone Smart's going to be their number one. He was looking okay. He was looking okay at the end, but
He did look good. He did look good. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, I'll go Quinshon Judkins here. Get a guy who could potentially handle the workload. And I can see some championship DNA there. So Quinshon Judkins to the Chargers. This would be for fantasy. I think he would rise way up. A lot of people's
he'd be
board.
He'd be RB2 off the board.
Yeah,
instantaneously.
I think it's a great spot for him and for them. So the Packers, who are you going to take this time? Last time you went with Jahdae Barron out of Texas, got the corner position locked up. How you feeling here? I think I heard a rumor the receivers think they need a new RB1. No. Just to get back at Jacobs. But
let's see. Let me see the edge guys here. Let me see the edge guys and let me see the offensive linemen.
All right. So Kyle Kennard got a few edges ahead of the tackles here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kyle Kennard here.
Boom.
I think that's a good fit opposite of Rashawn Gary.
Okay. And then the Bills, last round, Kenneth Grant. And they were close. Let's see what we got here. Let's keep rolling. We'll give them Carl Schwessinger, fill a need for them at linebacker. They've had a lot of health issues on defense. We'll see how that shakes out this season. But we got the Texans back on the clock.
Trey Harris.
Okay, here we go. I feel like as more people have gotten into the scouting, I've been hearing a little bit more negativity on them.
Oh man, some bigger account, I don't know who it was just like, oh guys, guess what? Ty Felton is what people think Trey Harris is. And it's like, bro, there's no reason to do that. There's no reason to do that. But
don't
whatever,
bud.
Yeah.
All right, Trey Harris. Love it. Either way, these Texans gotta make a pick. And a guy who actually produced, that's nice. Like you would love to see them actually get someone who produced in college. So here we go. Panthers. They've got a lot of needs, I would think, but just to double check who they took in the first round, Mason Graham, great pick. Good on that defensive line. So for these guys, I wanted to take a receiver. Definitely don't want to do another Xavier for these guys. That's rough, man. It's tough for these Panthers. They have a ton of picks too. I've seen some Panthers only mock draft. They have a ton of picks. It's insane.
Yeah.
So. I'm gonna just get them another guy. They got rid of 2 receivers last year. They have to do something at receiver, and I feel it's tough to expect them to land.
Man, are you not a believer? Are you not a believer? Are you not a cokehead? You're not a Coca-Cola guy?
I am. I love what I saw at him, but I believe he was undrafted or the 7th round pick. So
he's undrafted.
I could see them making a move here. Savion, I like, and I know
Savion's a traits guy.
I know he can get open.
Xavier Legette 2.0.
Well, but for Bryce, I want a guy that gets open. I think we had this conversation last time, and that's how you talked me into Royals, I believe.
Yeah.
Last time. I want to go Xavier Restrepo.
Okay.
I feel like he's a guy that could step in as that lead role if when Adam Thielen's gone. So another receiver name Xavier for the Panthers, and then all right, we got the Ravens here. How you feeling?
Darius Alexander.
Let's do it. My very last video on on Uncovered was a breakdown of Darius Alexander. So we like him. He was at the Senior Bowl as well. We pull up his numbers here, but really good player. So love that pick, man.
Yeah. Big, strong, fast, very athletic. Had a 50-yard pick six. Love him. Love his tape.
Oh yeah. If you want to see that, just click into one of our other videos on the live videos. I think it's the second one, the Cowboys one. Yeah, he crushes. So here we go. Lions. Last round, we took Jack Sawyer. And Lions, I don't think they need too much. So I'll go more developmental, potentially. And look at either either line. And let's just see how I'm feeling between these two. I think either one I'm fine with. Just a guy that can kind of take their time to develop here. So give me Derek Harmon. And then we've got your Commanders are back on the clock. Double tap receiver. Nah, what you going to do here?
Chris Paul.
Okay. Nice. Okay, and the next, the Bills, their actual pick. The other one is the one that they traded for. So Bills here, Justice Carson, Schlesinger, Kenneth Grant, probably tapped out on defense. I think I had mentioned last time, I think maybe Amari Cooper isn't the future. I'll just say it that way to reduce the interpretation. And, man, I think I want – I like the receivers they have, but just give me another. Oh man, this is gonna be probably a hated pick. I just want another guy that gets open instead of Johnson. Let's go.
Oh man, I can't believe you passed on your Texas boy.
Yeah, but I just need a guy who just gets open and catches the ball. And that's Ted Johnson.
That's
so
fair.
Chiefs here, pick 63. What you got? Let's switch it this time. You close with the Eagles. I'll do the Chiefs this time. You're right. I don't want to give them any more good players. Chiefs last time we took Cameron Williams. I'm going to go back to the running back spot or see if there's anyone I like here. I'm willing to, and I still haven't watched the tape on Brashard Smith. I got that on
oh my gosh, dude! Do you just not respect my ball knowledge at all?
I'm going to get there, but just trying to. I just feel like Chiefs. They've shown they'll reach on a running back. Let's see. What was that last pick?
I know. It's calling you like the Green Goblin mask. Just do it.
No, dude, because Chiefs has so many. Just watching that game, man, this is rough. Yeah. I'm not taking Scatterboo, but I'll take little Dylan Sampson. Give me some speed for the Chiefs, something to just open things up a little bit. Give me one of the fastest running backs in this class. We'll see how he tests the combine, but the numbers were there, the production was there. He's not going to be asked to do a lot, so it's kind of just be fast and Mahomes will get you the ball when needed.
Let's open up the safeties here real quick.
All right, final pick in the second round. Sebastian Castro, Kevin Winston Jr., Lathan Ransom,
Nick Manwari.
Boom. A lot of love South Carolina here, and
we're gonna look back at their defense in a couple years because of this draft and be like, how did they not just kill everybody in the SEC?
And that first pick for the Eagles, Tyleek Williams. So let's go ahead and close it out for these guys, and I will save this one. Here we go. Getting my grade. Doesn't matter. Pick for all teams, and do a little quick save. Boom, boom. And there we go. First round was Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. You got Cam Ward, Will Campbell, and Will Johnson. If you guys can see here, we got Shadur Sanders going to the Raiders at 6. The Malachi Starks, Mason Graham, James Pierce Jr., Kelvin Banks Jr., Benjamin Morrison, Josh Simmons, Mike Green, Michael Williams, Walter Nolan, Gray Zabel, Tatari McMillan, Armin Mimbu, Ashton Denty, Tyler Warren, Emeka Buka, Luther Burden III, Jade Barron, Josh Cornley Jr., Tyler Booker, Ariante Arsery, Shamar Stewart, Jack Sawyer, Matthew Golden, Kenneth Grant, Cameron Williams, and Tyleek Williams. That ends the first round there. And just for the full results you guys can see here, the Browns started off, went running back to replace Nick Chubb, got Amari Hampton. The Giants with Colson Loveland. Titans went ahead, got Nick Scorton, edge out of Texas A&M. Jags get another weapon in L.A.K. O'Manor. Then we got Raiders going Siobhan Revel. Then it's T.J. Sanders, Landon Jackson, Demetrius Knight Jr., Caleb Johnson, J.T. Tuamaloau, Donovan Jackson, Travion Henderson goes to the Cowboys. We got Xavier Watts, safety, Princely U, and then we've got Trey Amos.
I got to jump.
All right, man. And we got Donovan Izuriku, Jalen Walker, Jaden Higgins, Jade Campbell, Jack Besh, Omar Norman Lott, Quinshon Judkins, Kyle Kennard, Carson Schlesinger, Trey Harris. Xavier Restrepo, Darius Alexander, Derek Harmon, Chris Paul Jr., Tez Johnson, and Dylan Sampson. And to close it out, Nick Emanwari, safety out of South Carolina. So that is it, everybody. Appreciate you guys checking out this mock draft with us. And let us know who your team should take. Help us out, dial these picks in, and let us know if there's a team you want to represent and do a mock draft for with the NFL Uncovered Network here. Go follow us, Uncovered_NFL. Give us a like, subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching. We will see you in the next one.